Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a new topic for you guys also. And you know that nowadays there's a lot of changes in the global communities, and this what shows that the world is not being stable at all. It's changing like very quickly and unpredictable sometimes. Like I just heard that Donald Trump like made a trade war by raising the tariff or the taxes, and that makes me really sad. But anyways, let's get to the main topic today. As you know that there are many like issues of our earth now, like we're having a lot of changes like climate change, global warming, or the population, migration, pollution, a lot of things that we need to tackle these days. And there's a very common question. It's about that your accommodation in the future. Where will you be able to live in the future? Now I'll give you like the exact number is kind of 20 years. 20 years is just a short time, and like me, I'm 12 years old now. So it means that when I'm 32, maybe at the time I already have a family, I have a job. So where will I be able to live? There's many things to say or to think of. The place where you live in the future, but some places on like worldwide is having really severe problems, and with their location, and they are affected by a lot of uh, main problems, uh, but they're not responsible of most of the time. For example, like the Mohammadpur village is located on the top of the Meghna River Delta. Delta is a kind of landmass where the sediment carried by rivers deposited. It means that when they meet a larger body of water, and the river deltas are kind of fertile, and is very helpful for agriculture, but is gradually change borders. But there's something wrong with the village. There are an abundance of cyclones that is causing flooding lately, and it impedes farming, fishing, and also erode the coastline. The Meghna River has overtaken the coastline to 2.5 kilometers too, which forcing villagers to move inland or to nearby cities. Other places or countries like the Philippines that have typhoons displace thousands of people in the area. And our like I think that where Donald Trump published his tariff plan, the U.S. or the United States, the permafrost is already melting, and the chunks of the Alaskan is eroding too. The reason of this is most by the erratic and extreme weather, but humanity is already adapted to it, so there's nothing new at all. And they can move to other places for better livelihoods. And this prison is a byproduct of the issue that is climate change and also global warming, which causes storm, flooding, drought, rising sea levels, blah blah blah. But now, the adaptation of the weather or the extreme weather is getting more difficult over time. Like Bangladesh, it includes the modern mapper village I already mentioned to you. And you need to know that there's mobility, they can move to places that they want. And Bangladesh is a low-lying geography and heavily populated coastal regions. And they don't want to abandon their homes, so they think that living isn't financially practical at all. Because when you migrate or you move to another country, you need to have a lot of money for the traveling and for accommodation, your living standard too. So they build higher homes on high ground or elevated stills. They also move inland, they buy new land, and they send family members to work in nearby cities. Besides, some people even cross borders if they have relatives on the other side, like parents, friends, etc. And who live, most of them are eager to return because they need to plan a lot of things, and they need to take care of their finance too. But the Caribbean and Tuvalu Island doesn't have much mobility at all because the size of these islands are just about 881 square kilometers and 26 square kilometers. So that means that migration is impractical. And if they want to move to a new country, they need to move all together and they need to leave the island behind. That's very terrifying because the island will get abandoned and people have financial problems too. So instead, they decided to stay there. They plant more mangrove forests, they build up low-lying areas of land with sand to shield against storms and rising sea levels. Also, the government already lobbied on the global stage that countries with the highest emissions should reduce their pollution and take responsibility for the climate change because these vulnerable populations or countries are impacted the most and they are the least responsible, while the communities with resources they are responsible for this problem and they need to take action also. So if you can protect the environment by turning off the lights to save energy or using less water every day. These small actions can really help the globe to develop and to save Mother Nature too. And always remember that you need to like research more and more, and you need to learn like, forever. You cannot stop learning because the world is developing dramatically and it can change unpredictably. So by having many skills to adapt with the globe, you can easily have a happy life with your family and friends. So that's the end of my video, and bye bye.